the Dolphins have emerged as the front runners for the Texans for Deshaun Watson. But I'm like, you guys know more football and are into it. What are they going to trade for him? Because they've already signed Howard. What asset can they give up for Watson? Like, so make me understand, because I thought it was done. I thought it was done.
Man,
go ahead.
I'm going to break this down thing. I'm going to break this thing down top to bottom. Everybody here is just doing their job. The Texans, they are putting out the consistent word that the Dolphins, right? If you look at it from Houston's perspective, they are basically coming out here. They would like the narrative to be that the Dolphins are chomping at the bit to acquire Deshaun Watson. That's what Houston wants everybody to think. Deshaun Watson, he's coming out saying, within a few weeks, I want to play for the Dolphins. So what? You're not the general manager. From the Dolphins' perspective, they are playing coy. Meanwhile, they're letting the rumors linger around about him long enough where if Tua does not have a good preseason or he does not appear to be the answer, then they can keep dangling that carrot in front of everybody. But what we've seen in the preseason is Tua is basically what was advertised when he was drafted. I assume after this season, I think after this season, there's not going to be any question about whether he's a starting caliber NFL quarterback. I think that question is going to be dead in the water by the end of this season. And the agents are doing their job. They're spreading propaganda, right? You have one narrative and you have the counter narrative. So the agents are doing their job. You have the reporters, right? They're doing their job by exacerbating this by giving you news that's not really news. Let me just call it that.
So wait, you don't believe this?
No, I think they're just recycling what they've heard for months now. And now they're just putting a little extra sauce on it to make it seem like it's new, breaking, relevant news when it's really just old news, right? So, but the reality of the situation is whatever haul Houston thinks they want, they're talking about multiple first round, multiple second round, and a player. You would have to understand this. First of all, there's no way Houston is getting any picks that are not protected. Every single pick that Houston could possibly get in a Deshaun Watson trade is going to be a protected pick. Number two, this 2 first rounders, 3 first rounders, 2 second rounders, that's never going to happen. I don't know if you've heard, your man's got about 20 charges floating around about. Third, if somebody trades for Deshaun Watson and he gets locked up, that your career is done. Your career is toast.
You mean as a general manager? Yeah.
No one will ever give you the keys to anything ever again. You are going to be the guy that gave up everything for nothing. So, in that perspective, here's the reality of the situation is until Tua made the strides, this is my personal opinion, until Tua made the strides and he put it on tape and he inspired enough confidence within his teammates, within the coaching staff, within the management. Obviously, they made the investment of the draft picks, so they have faith in him. But I feel like it's all come together this training camp, and the wind is behind him. So if the Houston Texans want to part with Deshaun Watson, I mean, they're going to have to – it's basically going to be a joke of a trade. The Dolphins aren't going to give him anything that they could even responsibly accept, right? I mean, look, Houston, very good, very strong track history of bad GM moves. Very strong history. Like the Laramie Tunsil trade, if the Dolphins win a championship, it's going to be their Herschel Walker trade that the Cowboys had back in the 90s. It's going to be the same thing where you done turn one trade into like 11 first-round picks, and, it's going to be like that. So everybody's just doing their job. It's all narratives, counter-narratives. But at the end of the day, I believe Deshaun Watson will spend a very unhappy season in Houston, more than likely not playing football.
What do you got, Vor?
Unfortunately, I am going to have to agree with Havoc here regarding Deshaun Watson as far as the 2021 season. Until those allegations get cleared up, the 22 allegations, sexual misconduct allegations get cleared up, I don't think Deshaun Watson is going anywhere. Now, if it ends up happening, like Havoc said, is there those picks are most definitely going to be protected. But I feel like whatever team decides they want to trade for Deshaun Watson, they have all the leverage because it's clear that Deshaun Watson doesn't want to play for the Houston Texans, and the feelings are mutual because currently he's sitting at I think the 4th string quarterback right now for the Houston Texans. So the Texans are on the table as far as dealing him. Now, when it comes down to Deshaun Watson has that no trade clause, so he gets the opportunity to pick and choose where he wants to go to. So again, I feel like it comes down to the team. It comes down to the team, whoever decides they want to make the trade for Deshaun Watson because they hold all the cards. Now, this bull job about the Houston Texans asking price is 3 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. That's not going to happen. I feel like since we're going through this whole situation with the 22 the sexual assault charges, you probably going to get at best one first round pick and a second round pick. That's my honest opinion. That's how much. That's what the value is right now. As far as we're sitting right now.
A question. I'm sorry. A question. So if they can't get that from the Dolphins, is there any other team that would actually give up all that, or that's just not going to happen? No teams.
I think the main issue. Well, the answer is no. Okay. But the main issue is the fact that the Houston is trying to set the market. They're trying to establish the selling price of Deshaun Watson. The problem is that's not his actual value. Now, is he still an all-pro quarterback? Is he still 25, 26 years old? Is he still that guy? Yes, he is. But his stock has gone down, right? Like just because it's the same gas doesn't mean that the gas last week cost the same amount as the gas this week. Mm-hmm. It's still the same gas, but the value is different. And so Houston is really in a situation where there's no way they will possibly get a trade where they will realize Deshaun Watson's true value with these allegations going on in the background. But also, they can't take a trade where they give him away because he's still too talented to just give him away. Right. So to be honest with you, man, this is a textbook throwaway season for the Houston Texan franchise. That's what this is.
Who's their quarterbacks after him? Like he's not going to be the starter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. They were a lottery team with him. Well, they don't do the lottery in the NFL, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But I got a question though, because talking about the Dolphins, back on the Dolphins, is there any way that the Dolphins have Watson and Tua, or if you get Watson,
hell no,
0% chance.
Hell no, Tua's got to go.
You can't keep both of them.
No, okay.
Even if you don't trade Tua to the Houston, you got to trade him to somebody else in a separate deal. You can't keep him around.
Why not?
Because he has no future here. If you have Deshaun Watson and Tua, only one of them got a future here. It ain't him. So yeah, that's an impossible scenario. But I think it just comes down to this. Will Tua at his heights have a season as good as Deshaun Watson at his height? Probably not. Will Tua Tagovailoa, is he talented enough and can he play well enough to lead an NFL team to a Super Bowl win? I say yes.
Nah, for the Bay. Nah, for the Bay. Nah, we don't care what you said. Nah, for the Bay. Nah, for the Bay. Nah, for the Bay. Nah, we ain't hearing what you said. Nah, for the Bay. Fire!